Whoa. No, don't close, don't close. Oh my god. Calm down, calm down. What was that? I've got a computer that's so slow that by the time it's done what I've wanted it to do, I've literally forgotten what I was going to do next. That's how slow it is. Like literally I just lose my train of thought. I genuinely forget what I'm doing. Because by the time it's done it, I've already like zoned out. Right, there we go. Stream's up on Discord. We're almost ready, mate. There we go then, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first qualifying session of the season. Mike putting it on pole with Cobb on the front row alongside him. Craig and Nick Lavilla on the second row. You join us here at Silverstone National for the first round of the Touring Cars, the World Championship here for Season 15 on Project Cars 2. Season 12, I want to say, on for the Touring Cars. Can't actually remember. I lost track, to be honest. We've done quite a few seasons though anyway. But Ian, I need you to let me know how we're doing in terms of where the positioning of this thing is. Tell me when it's okay.
You're 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Wait, left or right?
Left.
Better?
Nope, a lot more.
Right now?
Now.
Now. Now?
No.
Now?
A little bit more.
Now?
Keep it going.
Now?
The hand in the way.
Now?
A little bit more.
Now? Okay,
Yeah.
it's stuck. No, it's stuck. It's stuck. The wire's stuck on the thing that I'm using to hold it up. Alright, now?
Left.
Now?
Up.
Now? Now?
Yeah, that was
Okay. God, don't, oh god, almost knocked it over. Right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. You join us here at Silverstone National for this opening round of the Touring Car Championship here at Motive Racing, as I'm just trying to get the YouTube stream up on my phone. Sorry, I'm trying to do about 7 different things at once and failing to do any of them productively, but nonetheless I've got Ian alongside me. Emo guy, welcome along, mate.
always good to be here, always.
It definitely is. And here we are then. About to go lights out. It's lights out and away we go. Shut up YouTube, I don't want to know your notifications. Here we go then. And we've got Mike there getting a decent run off the line as he leads into turn 1. Cobb there in second place with Nick the Villa and Craig completing the top 4. Aussie Albie. And we can see somebody going a bit wide there coming out of turn 1. That was Part Pooper Rex who went a little bit out of shape on the exit of Cobb's corner. But it's Mike from Cobb from Nick with Craig. And we've got a side-by-side action as Aussies are trying to attack on the back of Craig here. And Craig actually close on the back of Nick coming out of Chapel Curve. Down the Wellington Straight for the first time. And Mike already's got a comfortable gap here ahead of Cobb. And Cobb's got a comfortable gap ahead of Nick and Craig. But there's a big battle going on for third place behind them. And you can see almost 3 wide there. But Nick there on the inside of Craig going into Brooklands. Craig trying to keep himself there, can't do it. Aussie on the outside of Craig coming through Luffield here for the first time. Team MW head of Jay, followed by Doris Deer with Part Poop and then Big Blue. Hot the Brown Smoky, and Thomas has had a nightmare of a first lap there in the BMW. He's well off at the back of the rest of the pack right now and struggling ever so slightly. But Mike doing the first lap they needed back in the BMW, which he won the championship in back in season 11 for Project Cars 2. I think it was season 9 for the touring cars, can't actually remember. But I know it was season 11 for Project Cars 2, and he did a fantastic job in the BMW. He's been in the Megane since then, but it's gone back to his championship winning car from many seasons ago. As we can see Craig coming under increasing pressure from Team MW and Jay, as we see there Jay actually moving through ahead of Team MW and Craig there. So Jay gaining 2 places on the exit of Chapel Curve, as we've got a lot of cars packed into a short space here. And we've now got Big Blue, is that attacking on the back of this train here? Big Blue now closing up onto the back of the train here, yeah. But Mike's still leading the race here ahead of Cobb. And we see them coming through Luffield. Jay on the outside there. Craig trying to push his way back through as Craig just squeezes through. Oh, and Jay wide onto the gravel. Oh, does well to keep himself out of harm's way there and is able to continue on his way, but he loses a few places and he's dropped down to P10 there. So that's Team MW, Doris Deer, Part Pooper and Big Blue all moving ahead of Jay, and Jay down to P10 there. Yeah, that was the one that you used to use in the touring cars. I remember that very well. I have good memories of that. Yeah. Good battles that we had. Snetterton, we had good battles. Where else did we have good battles in the touring cars? Bruno. Alton Park. We didn't. I don't remember that specifically for us having good battles. I know you had a good race there, but I don't think I was there for that race. Actually, I was working.
No, that was G. It was there.
Yeah, G was. Yeah, I was working. I remember that. Unfortunately, but Doris Deer, we've got down the inside here of Part Pooper trying to hold it around the outside, but Doris Deer squeezes through the gap there up into 7th place. Team MW there in the foreground, just trying to skip away from these guys if he can. Big Blue trying to put the pressure on them. Jay obviously on the back of this pack after making his mistake through Luffield on the previous lap, gets safely through this time around. But Doris Deer there putting a good move on Part Pooper, and Cobb in the meantime has pulled up onto the back of Mike. You can see only 0.3 of a second separating the top 2, so these two who had some good battles on Tuesday night in the GT4s are continuing their rivalry this season in the touring cars. Obviously these guys haven't got John Boy to pressure them this week, as John Boy is away at the moment, our 3-time champion of the touring cars. Mike also a 3-time champion of the touring cars. So we're hopefully we're seeing a battle for the 4th championship between Mike and John Boy, but you can't count out Cobb because he's going to be trying to go for his first title. He's never won a championship at the top level here at Motive. He won the Tier 2s for the Clios and Tier 2 for the GT3s back when we had a ridiculous number of people racing here during the height of COVID. But obviously has never won a championship at the very highest level. Can he do it this season? As Jay there getting a cut back on Big Blue, looking around the outside of Luffield. As I'm noticing here that Part Poop has dropped back, and so has Smoky Devil. So I don't know if those two have had an incident, but Big Blue for the time being is holding on here ahead of Jay in this battle for P7. But Part Poop now down in 10th place is battling with Smoky. Smoky on the inside there coming through Woodcote. These two are side by side down the start finish straight, as they've also got Doris Deer right behind them as they go into turn 1. But Smoky for the time being gets that move done on Part Pooper up into P10. As down at the Wellington Straight we come here for the 5th time in race 1 here for the WTCC here at Motive for season 15 on Project Cars 2. Into Brooklands we come once again. We've got potential side-by-side Craig Gillick to the inside on Team MW, but can't make it happen there into Brooklands. Looking in the background here, you've got Smokey there on the inside of Part Pooper as he holds on for that final top 10 spot for the time being. Yep, what about that? Is that alright?
A little bit more.
About now.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool. Let me know if it budges.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay there, a bit loose. Oh, and somebody's ever so wide there. Big Blue goes very wide out of Cop's corner. And I don't know whether he just got a bit of understeer potentially mid-corner, which pushed him wide. As we got 9 people currently watching the stream. Somebody got a bit loose there going through Beckett's. Yeah, Big Blue again there, living dangerously. He's got Smokey and Part Pooper now right on the back of him. Oh, Big Blue's pulling off to the side. Has he got a problem here potentially, Big Blue? He's pulled right off to the side. Is he retiring the car? It looks like he's continuing on, but he's got a bit of a problem here. Part Pooper trying to attack here on the back of Smokey Devil into Brooklyn. Smokey goes a little bit deep as Part Pooper's trying to keep himself there around the outside into Luffield, but he can't do it at the moment. He's going to have to wait a little bit longer here. It's Part Pooper to make that one happen. So they come out of Woodcote now and back down towards, out of Luffield into Woodcote they go now. And Part Pooper's got a heck of a run here on Smokey Devil as they come down the start-finish straight. Plenty of comments coming in here on the stream. John Boy saying, come on Cobb, Nick and Ozzy, and get Mike, he said. He doesn't want Mike to win, obviously. I think he potentially sees Mike as his main rival for this championship. Obviously this season you get 3 drop rounds, so your 3 worst scoring rounds are dropped from your championship total. So John Boy, it won't hurt him too much not being here this week, as long as he's here the rest of the season. Simon Blair, the Mutt's not saying, good luck lads. What are you doing, John? He's saying, I think John Boy's busy with work at the moment. Missing round 1, but we'll be back, he says. Yep, good to hear. Oculus Arch says, good luck lads, I'll be racing next week, Revolt Detailer that is. So looking forward to seeing him back out on the track next week. Obviously Revolt Detailer, our former sponsor for this Touring Car Championship. As we see Part Pooper a little bit wide there going through Luffield. Doris Deer trying to poke on the inside, bit of contact. Yeah, a bit of a slide there from Doris Deer, but he holds onto it just about. Phil there, DJ Phil saying, you okay Andy? Yep, doing very well, thank you Phil, good to see you in the comments. Emma also saying, good luck guys. I'm reading the comments backwards because the phone is like sort of a little further away than I'd like it to be, so I'm squinting to see the comments that are at the top of the screen. Yeah, good to see you all in the comments here right now. Currently 9 of you watching the stream here. Love on the Motive Racing YouTube channel, watching Mike and Cobb 0.3 of a second apart as they're coming down the Wellington straight, but Cobb's still not close enough. The straight line speed that the BMW's got is probably keeping Mike in good stead and not really allowing Cobb to put him under enough pressure to be able to make that move at the moment. Other battle going on between Team MW, Craig and Jay for 5th place, as that's continuing to rage on at the moment, as you've got Part Pooper looking up the inside of Smokey again into Brooklands, and this time around Smokey goes very deep, bit of a lock up as well. Part Pooper's got ahead just, but he's going to have the outside, he's going to have to go around the long way here into Luffield, and that allows Smokey up the inside, and Doris Deer poking nose up the inside as well as Part Pooper now. Bit of contact there between them, Part Pooper wide onto the curve a little bit, so would have dropped a bit of speed, but he's keeping the momentum here around the outside of Woodcote. But is he going to have the straight line speed here coming up towards Cop's corner? Doris Deer had a better run and managed to get the position. And Doris Deer slots into P10 there ahead of Part Pooper. Good move there from him. Smokey still running in 9th place ahead of these guys, starting to pull away with these 2 battling behind him. Mike and Cobb still as you were, 0.2 of a second separating the 2 leaders at the moment. And Jay's got ahead of Team MW up into 6th place, and now Jay can focus his attention on Craig running in P5 right in front of him here. John says got time to watch great racing. Absolutely mate, good to hear. Obviously shame you couldn't be out on track, but good to see that you're tuning in nonetheless. Smokey Devil's disconnected from the race, and he was in a battle as well, so that's a definite disconnection there. That's not a rage quit, that is a disconnection there for Smokey Devil. What a shame. So he will score 0 points for this opening race of the evening, which is really unfortunate there. As Oculus Arch saying, John Boy loves it watching his computation. Not sure that makes a whole lot of sense, that Oculus, but nonetheless we move on. We've got Cobb here still on the back of Mike here, looking down towards Brooklands, having a little look to the inside, but not really trying too many feints at the moment. Jay in the meantime has got ahead of Craig. So Jay is now running in P5. We're missing his moves here. He's making his moves in quite unusual parts of the circuit, but Jay nonetheless has made 2 overtakes in the last 2 laps, and he's now up into P5. Can he try and chase down Ozzy Alvey, who's only a second up the road there in P4? Nick the Villa currently running in. Oh, competition, right. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. To be fair, I should have probably worked that one out. I'm surprised. I'm quite disappointed in myself. I didn't work that out. But hey, is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, nonetheless, this battle between Mike and Cobb still raging on. Nick is just falling off of them a little bit. Can't seem to go with them at this stage in the race. Oh, as you see a bit of a slide there from Team MW going into Beckett's. Really out of shape there, getting the back end all over the place, but staying on the back of this train at the moment.
One thing I have found about the Renault is after playing so long is that in order to have an effective race worth it, more than 9 times out of 10 you need to have a track that has some camber on it, whereas with the national circuit
it's very flat.
Has no camber.
Yeah, as Park over here down the inside. Sorry, Thorister in the meantime, down the inside of Park Pooper up into 9th place. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. A lot of the touring car tracks, especially Brands Hatch, that's the one where the Megane is dominant, totally dominant.
Yeah.
That's the.
And Old Park as well. I believe it's like Donington, Old Park, and Brands Hatch where Renault is the most powerful.
Yeah, and another one which obviously it would be, but we don't do because it's only 12 cars that it allows. Knock Hill, as well, is another big one where the Megane is totally dominant. But we've got Cobb here closer to the back of Mike here, coming down the Wellington straight into Brooklands again. Bit closer this time than he has been on previous laps, but still not quite close enough. As Jay is looking to the inside of Aussie now, so Jay's been really making gains since the early laps. Obviously Jay making his return to the league. He sat out last season, which was now back in a long time ago. We ended last season in May. We took 4 months out. I obviously moved house in the spring, so basically took a little while to get everything going again. I've been running ACC leagues because that doesn't require quite as much hands-on maintenance, seeing as they're dedicated servers on ACC, but obviously Project Cars 2 requires a bit more of me being able to be there in the moment. So we've taken a bit of a while to get going, but Jay obviously sat out last season, which was back in the spring, back out on track, and he's starting to get a bit more confidence here out on track as he's looking to the outside of Aussie into Beckett's. He's going to go for a cut back here. Aussie goes a little bit deep, and Jay says thank you very much, Aussie. I'm going to capitalise on that and move myself up into 4th place. No dramas there for Jay, and Aussie now has got to defend here from Craig, who's now getting close to the back of him here. And what's happened here? Somebody's disconnected, or somebody's rage quit. I'm not sure who it was. I'm trying to work out who that was, but I can't quite figure it out just at the moment. There is Craig here trying to make the move on Aussie, but Aussie holding him off for the time being as they come through Luffield. Jay though already clearing off up the road. Can he chase down Nick the Villa in the last 8 laps? He's got 4 seconds to make up. He's got a lap, half a second, a lap quicker than him if he wants to get himself on the podium. It's not impossible. Can he do it here as we see Pot the Brown, Doris Deer, Park Pooper? Oh, absolutely. But Doris Deer a bit wide there, going out of Cops. Park Pooper getting a bit closer to the back of him here as they come through down towards Maggots and Beckett's once again here. Lots of comments coming in. Oh, bit sideways there from Pot the Brown. That allows Doris Deer through, and Park Pooper's also going to follow him through. Pot the Brown losing 2 places there, drops from 8th down to 10th place with just a simple little mistake was all it took there for him. Cobb still hassling the back of Mike, but still can't find a way past this BMW, which has got such superior straight line speed. What's happened to the stream? The stream on my end, on my phone, has gone black. Oh no, it's just my stream. Don't worry, it's nothing. It's just my phone. I don't know what's going on. Everything seems to be failing right now. Yeah, no, it's on. I mean, my technology. But Cobby are all over the back of Mike, still going into Brooklands, but still no changes between those. Jay, Aussie, Team MW, Craig, those 4 still battling over 4th place. Big gap back to Doris Deer, who's got Park Pooper and Pot the Brown still right on the back of him here.
Oh.
What? Who was that?
The back there, the rear pack. That one.
You can see Pot the Brown trying to get underneath Park Pooper here. Thomas has been brought back into this battle with these guys, Doris Deer, Park Pooper and Pot the Brown slowing each other down a bit, battling. It's allowed Thomas to see a few more cars in this race, which is something that he might not have expected on the first lap when he was obviously well off at the back of everybody else, but patience and hard work here has managed to get himself back into a potential strong points paying position. Coming towards the closing stages of the first race of the night, you can see Craig there looking to the inside of Team MW into Brooklands, but too far back just there, can't make it happen at the moment. And here's the four-way battle for 8th place, which is still continuing to rage on here between Doris Steer, Park Pooper, Potter Brown and Thomas. Leaders coming over the line to start lap 17. 5 laps left to go here at Silverstone National for the opening race of the World Touring Car Championship here at Motive for Project Cars 2 Season 15. Jay there a bit wide onto the grass, but Aussie Albie seemingly got a bit out of shape on the exit of Brooklands. Craig getting closer and closer to the back of Team MW. Is he going to fancy a move here coming down the start finish straight? Look at this. They're almost bumper on bumper right now. But it doesn't look like Craig's got the straight line speed to be able to put Team MW under any real pressure here. 4 laps left to go in this opener for the World Touring Car Championship. We've still got Mike holding on from Cobb. Cobb can get a good exit here. Mike didn't get a great run there coming out of Chapel, but again, that BMW just leaves them again for dead.
Yeah, especially the straight line.
It's been an interesting few battles here tonight. Hasn't been absolute carnage or fireworks, but certainly we've seen some exciting racing here. As we can see, we've got Doris here now looking to the inside, sorry, outside even, of Potter Brown holding the inside there, keeping on to 9th place. Potter Brown very sideways there going through Luffield, just about held onto it though, by the skin of his teeth. So here comes Thomas here looking to the inside into turn 1, but Doris Steer keeping it around the outside for the time being. Park Pooper's pulled away from this pack, so now he's looking a bit more safe there in that P8, which is currently running in at the moment. Mike still leads. Cobb is still all over the back of him here as they come out of Luffield. Jay's still got Aussie trying to pressure him here, trying to force him into a mistake if he possibly can. Penultimate lap here of race 1 for the first round of this season. 45 races this season, 3 races per round, 15 round season here on Project Cars 2 at Motive this season. We've got Mike and Cobb still joined at the hip at the moment, but Cobb just can't seem to get enough traction to be able to outpace that BMW in a straight line. Even in the slipstream, Mike is still pulling away from him. Cobb needs to force Mike into a mistake, needs to really force his hand, try and force a side-by-side situation where Mike can't take his normal natural line and maybe create an opening here, but Mike just hasn't allowed it to happen. And Cobb is running out of time here, he's running out of distance, he's running out of laps. We're about to start the final lap of the race. We've got just over a mile left to go here at Silverstone on the national circuit tonight, as Aussie's got back ahead of Jay. Aussie's up into 4th place as we see them coming through Woodcote here, about to start their final lap of the race, and Jay's got to watch out because Team MW and Craig are now right on him here as well. Craig has got the run here on Team MW. Team MW looking to the outside of Jay. We're going to be too wide here coming into Cops as Jay there trying to cover the inside line off. Team MW trying to go around the outside. Jay trying to come back at Aussie as well. Bit of contact there as the two bumpers touched each other a little bit. Down towards Magus and Beckett's we go. Aussie holding the inside here from Jay. Jay trying to look around the outside. He tucks in because he's not going to be able to make that happen. Craig there holding on grimly from Team MW there in P6 and 7. So Craig managing to get that move done on Team MW up in position. Mike and Cobb coming into Brooklands. I think Mike's going to have this one done. We're going to go back to them two in a minute, but here we go, back to this lead battle for the 4th place between Aussie, Jay, Craig and Team MW, as there is Craig looking to the inside of Jay into Brooklands. Jay should have that one covered off, just needs to keep himself on that racing line, not allow any gaps to form. But back to the leaders here, Mike and Cobb coming over the line. It's going to be Mike to take the first win of the season. Cobb pushed him all the way to the line, but it wasn't to be for Cobb. Mike there taking a very, very well managed win here ahead of Cobb in 2nd place. Nick comes over to complete the podium ahead of Aussie Albie, who will just hold on ahead of Jay for 4th place. Jay comes over in P5 ahead of Craig, followed by Team MW. Part Poop is going to come around in 8th as he comes out of Woodcote. A few seconds clear of the battle between Thorist, Thomas and Pot the Brown. Thomas actually got ahead of Pot the Brown into 10th place, but Part Poop P8, Thorist 9th. Thomas coming over in P10, and Pot the Brown will be the last driver over the line in P11 here for his first race of the night. But that was fantastic, excellent racing here from all the guys. We lost a couple of drivers along the way, unfortunately Smokey with a disconnection, and also due to a retirement, a DNF midway through the race, we also lost Big Blue as well. So Big Blue retired from the race midway through. But that is that then, guys, for the first race of the night. We'll be back with a new stream for race 2 very, very shortly indeed.